drivers, start your engine!
And welcome to season 4 at Daytona for the first race of our point season. As we get going, if you might hear the difference in the engine, we do have new engines for this race. We kept the same engines for Zandvoort because since it's a clash and it's a one-off, we didn't want to have the drivers or the teams having to pay more extra money for that. But we have a full field here thanks to the new entries of first John Anthony, Classic Amy in the 70 car, who's also a rookie. Another rookie of, if I can go forward back enough to find him, Bobby Lobotomy. And then the guy that was fan voted into the clash as Zandvoort, Spray Dog, that Tree Snatcher. And you got Sage Fontaine Rowdy ending out the last row. You got Dean Ball and Colin Cropley as the front row, with Colin Cropley with a new car, a new paint scheme, I should say. I think I said I need to say it right, Cropley. I gotta make sure I have that correct so that people don't accidentally think I'm saying it wrong. I mean, I think it doesn't really matter because I've said it so many times before. I think it's pretty much engraved in the fans' names, or in heads, I should say. So far, nobody's having issues. We had a cheater during qualifying. That was Derek Lawson, which we stripped his qualifying position. We also had a couple crashes in qualifying, as we're going to put up a couple up here. And the last, or the three right here, Ziggy Star does, Justin Tortain, and Papa Quiles had engine troubles. And then Tristan Fowler with a wheel problem, same with Spray. And while Sage Fontaine, Rowdy took another hellacious qualifying wreck, even though his last one was a practice crash. And Sage Fontaine had his tire blow and do a quick flip, nothing too horrible. As we're going to hear these things wind up here down in the front straightaway, down in turn number 1. Look at those beautiful sounds. 900 horsepower. Well, actually, that's not true. This is actually what I believe I said earlier in this lifespan. I think it's like 1,000 to like 2,000 horsepower, I think. I can't remember exactly what I said, but all I know is now we're at 3,000. With these massive spoilers to keep these things in the track and planted in the track. These things are just monsters. Look at that 3 wide right now. We made it lap 1. That's all I can ask for with a field like this, and the whole field's wrecking here. The whole field's in this one, boys. Oh, yep, here he comes. And Cropley on the wall. The 12 car is up and over. Hard cry-ish. It's not. It was a lot more tame. The more and more it got, actually. The beginning was actually the worst part, and then it got even tamer as it went, which was pretty interesting. Usually it gets worse and worse. That just got tamer and tamer. Oh, look at that! A rookie, Classic Game. He's now gonna bring us back to the caution flag, as Atlas is gonna be second, Carl McLake third, Trickley Plant fourth, and Rusty Bumpman fifth. That was a weird one. That happened down a straightaway. These wrecks don't usually happen down a straightaway, and probably what made them check up a lot easier is because usually in the corners they're trying to like drive it to the bottom and try to make it pass that way. So as we watch Racer Yaim in the 12 car, as we're going to see John Anthony just kind of here got clipped by Colin Cropley. I missed that part because I was paying attention to Racer Yaim. But either way, they got connected and churned hard in the outside wall. Hard impact. And then you got 2 car going up on the wall. That's Colin Cropley. Don't think he didn't turn over. He just rolled right. And then the 12 got hit by the 1 car, Blake Darnell, our champion from last season. Got hit by John Anthony while upside down. But instead of helping him get on his wheels, which almost looked like it was going to help, kind of just ended up laying him on his roof still. Now, full speed replay. Yeah, John Anthony, a rookie, just kind of came up out of nowhere for Cropley, and then they went in the wall hard. Cropley going to go up on 2 wheels, come back down. He doesn't have horrible damage. He definitely has some damage. It's a lot better than some of the damage we're going to see up here if I go across. Like the 23. On board with a manual. This is very loud. These engines are screaming. You can see, beautiful boy. Instead of doing anything abrupt. Oh, and the 52 wrecked up here, and that's where the 53 and the 6 got involved. Yeah, the 53 didn't get too much damage there, and that's why Ziggy has such front end damage there. So we're gonna watch Phoenix Morgan as you see them hitting the wall hard. So this is how Classic Amy got the lead. She went a little bit lower than everybody, or Phoenix Morgan. Tranko followed her, so I mean, wasn't too unnormal. She got into him while trying to rejoin the track, and that completely made him a victim of circumstance, as you see Frosty Musty hitting him there. And then 99 JJ Johnson, who flipped him over. I didn't see that part in the mirror. So we had 2 flips so far in this race, a near flip, so I mean, Phoenix Morgan doesn't have too much damage. He might have had more damage from getting hit by Musty in the side there than actually flipping there. So Classic Amy must have went down pit lane, and everybody else must have followed because, well, she was the first one to the caution flag, while these 5 weren't, so they must have just got out ahead of them. And yes, they are the lead as we go here and we go up. They are the lead. Racer IM is only 1 lap down. He's 3 laps down currently after being tumbled over and being stuck upside down, which was bad for him. But look at those stars out there. Look, you can see Venus. You can even see Jupiter and Mars there. Look at that. That's crazy. Screw you. You ain't watching that anymore. Got Comic Lake going to bring us back to green as we're going to have a single file restart as usual. That's just how it is in our series because we're the superior series. The good old NASCAR series, I would say. I even think that ARCA is pretty much just like this anyways. Not that it's superior, but it's more like oldie NASCAR if anything. Because of the older car bodies. And these cars are a lot older than the Trash series for tow car. These cars go back to about 1997 to about 2002, while those cars are about 2003 to 2007. So a lot older, not hellaciously older, but definitely a lot older. A lot of the teams use like chassis from the 70s, which is not safe. Partly why we probably lost some people and some crashes that might not have been that bad of a crash. You can just hear the screaming in these cars though. As you see, Spray That Dog, the Treat Snatcher, is coming through the lead. I definitely butchered that somehow. I just rearranged the words. So see Josh coming by. Oh, this is going to be bad right here. They're kind of getting close to each other. Little Timmy, look at that. Little Timmy, a winner from last season, is going to come up and try to get about 4th, I think that is. There's a little bit of a break-off and pack back there, so you never know if a caution comes out, it might be from something that happens back there rather than up here. Unless if Classic Amy does what John Anthony did earlier, just come up and wreck the field. Josh in the wall. Also, you can hear the engines more. There they go. Now, more cars in it. There's Atlas involved. You see Rusty Buntman. There we got a big one. Atlas is, I think, upside down. No. Oh my God. Oh, no. Atlas, no. Please tell me you're all right, bud. Oh, no. We might have... Oh, no. Atlas and JJ had a horrible collision. So we're going to go in slow motion and see what happened here. So Josh is just going to get in the wall. And I think Dog, the Treat Snatcher, is going to go down. Yep, goes down, clips Rusty Buntman just barely, and hooks, and goes up the wall. Derek Larson got lucky enough to be far enough ahead and not get clipped. And then the 51 goes down, clips the 5, which they wreck up there. Now if we go back to the 4 gets hit pretty hard as well. But I think he was okay compared to Atlas. He did get hit in the door, but that was a kind of a brush-off hit. Well, the 8 car got airborne by getting hit by the 1. Not too bad there either. All these hits right here are fine, but then it's this hit right here. Oh man! You see the 92 getting hit by Bobby Lobotomy to go upside down, and then you see the 5 car just tumbling over. The 4 car is still tumbling. If I can get to the 5 car, come on, camera crew. And then he just doesn't move after that. Same with the 99 car, and that doesn't give me good signs. So as we watch Bobby Lobotomy's on board, as you're gonna see smoke. See smoke right there. A couple impacts gonna happen. He's gonna get hit by, I believe. Oh, there he is, right there in the 92. Justin Tortain sends him up and over as you see the dad's root bear car going upside down. On board with Rusty Bumpman on his hood cam, or roof cam, gets sent around. Then he's gonna get hit right here and there. Not too bad of hits, but just gets sent over and eventually starts sliding on his roof right there and then gets in the grass. Gets back on his wheels. Yeah, he's fine. He drove away. I mean, his car might not be fine, but he's alright. Just gonna send this full speed replay as this is the pack coming to the yellow flag, and Chihiro Fujisaki just got turned upside down after the wreck. Still on his lid. Gets hit by the 9 car upside down a little bit, but is fine nonetheless so far. A couple of hits happened that aren't too bad until there, which I think he's still fine. Yeah, he's still fine. Everybody's fine from that wreck. I think Classic Amy might have just got shunted out of the race, though. I don't think she's, like, hurt or anything. Oh, God. Stop! Please, like... So get back to green, as you see ADSpedia lead us back to green. A lot of cars are still on the lead lap, but definitely a lot of cars with different speed deficiencies. So you see the 2 lappers there on the inside. Restore Gaim, I believe, is actually out of the race with what I've seen. Luis McGreen is the slowest car so far that I've seen as of this restart. A couple of these guys apparently use their backup cars, because we do allow some backup cars here and there as long as you are willing to suffer the consequences of maybe running out of time to even get back on the racetrack on the lead lap. That's just your call, not ours. As we see Petrenko take the lead that lap as here comes Derek Lawson with Treckley Plant and Not Matty D. As this is the top pack here, as everybody else is slower than each other. And also got broken off because of that 32 car being very slow compared to everybody else now. And also you just see the slowest cars back here anyways. There's Musty. See, he's fine after that wreck. He must definitely not the healthiest running engine, but an engine nonetheless to finish this race at least, unless we bulldozes again or gets bulldozed. Not Matty D leads that lap. Here comes Sage Fontaine there on the 0 car, who actually started in the last row, which is actually kind of crazy to know that he was wrecked in qualifying and is now trying to get the lead. Was on the apron, lost too much momentum there as you saw Rowdy come out of the pit lane. That's probably what made him lose momentum on that apron, because nonetheless he would have still went for it. See Not Matty D take the lead again as you see Derek Lawson coming, and then here comes Petrenko making it 3 wide. This is almost like Atlanta. Like, the more spread out they are, the better the racing gets. It's weird. The new Atlanta, by the way. We just run the run down, not managed Atlanta. That's what we run. That's why it looks different. We don't got the specialties. We don't got the special texture pack. These guys aren't too slow now I think about it. I think they were just getting held up. Because these guys back here that were a little slower, or I thought were a little slower, actually caught back up. So I'm guessing it was just because there was a slow car in front of him. Musty is going to be a while before they get to, because he's still hauling. It's not as bad as some other... Oh my god, are we good? I think we might be good. We're good. Okay, I think it was Plant and Not Matty D got tangled up together. I think Not Matty D is having a problem trying to get down to the apron, and that's why they were in the wall. but nonetheless they keep it going. I think that's the leaders, yeah. And then you got Logan Stewart, who they're actually about to catch up to first, I believe. Well, he's about to catch up to Frosty Musty, so if they catch him at the wrong time, this might be a disaster. Oh, what's that? Oh. We're currently getting confirmation that after the wreck with Atlas and JJ Johnson after that last caution, or what the caution, that crash that caused the caution, Atlas has passed away after that impact. And, well, we don't have a substitute driver for him, so we're just going to need somebody to substitute him. That's not a good sign. I mean, there's a lot more cars this season. We had a whole field as Classic Amy is going to take the lead after getting them getting held up by Logan Stewart there. But that's just not what we needed. Especially that early in the race, too. Jesus. Oh no! Ain't he a speedy around? Can he get straightened up and not get hit? He does exactly that. Oh, there's another wreck back here. Oh, actually, no, they're just grinding the wall. Never mind. Yeah, they're fine now. So, ASP getting turned down the front stretch. These guys are okay. Okay, that's good to know. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Then he goes around. Pretty simple incident. Nothing else happened. So that's really the only replay we need of it. Much more. Past halfway this time. And after a very, very, very tame spin by AD Speedia, after just trying to get around the lap car, wasn't able to, ultimately. So now we have 5 cars out of the race. As you see, you got Not Matty D, Casey Nanico, whoever we haven't talked about at all, actually. Then you got Atlas, rest in peace. Or Atlas, not Alan. Atlas, rest in peace. JJ Johnson, who was in that crash. And Racer on Yang finally, after being upside down first, and then getting wrecked in that, I believe, the second caution, too. And just getting even more damage from that. Frames. Here we go, green. Classic Amy brings us to green. This time, actually bringing us to green instead of just leading us to yellow. They're getting a little weirded back there. Might want to check this. Is Frosty Musty slow so far? Oh god, this is not good back here. Oh lord, there they go. There goes a 50 car. And there goes these guys up in the wall. And a pretty tame crash again. As long as nothing happens up here, which might. Oh boy. That was close from Musty, and I believe it was the 02 car. No, it was the 47 of Pop Q. Almost got clipped there. Also, the 4 of Bumpman there was pretty close too. So we watched one replay like the last incident, because that incident wasn't that bad, like the last incident. As you're going to see, the 50 just kept coming down on Rusty Bumpman, eventually getting turned, and you see the 51 hits part of the bottom and gets turned around, ultimately going all the way around after getting hit by Lucas Strike Sr. Okay, coming to 11 to go. Hopefully, if they do wreck, it's early enough to be able to get a green-white checkered or a one-lap shootout, so we can have some, or hopefully a green flag finish. There's only 4 cars down the inside this time compared to what we had last time around, where it was like about 5-6 cars there. Because I think a couple of them retired eventually out of the race. So you see Classic Amy bringing us again to the green flag. Submit Alice Can in the second position with Derek Lawson, with Plant right behind them, the 2 front row starters there. Just don't understand why they're going on the inside when there's a lap car that's very slow. Come on, little Timmy, push him up high. Push him high, come on. You got it. Oh, damn it. Oh, they're wrecking again back here, I think. Yep, them 2, 3 cars. You got Just In Case, Lucky, and Jimothy involved. These guys might wreck too. Just give it a second. They just need to wreck that 23 car. It's the only way they're gonna get by. Well, another one replay look, I guess. 2 replays. I'm not gonna be a complete like time consumer. But you got Timothy Jimothy, as we're gonna see here, of what happened to these guys back here. It looks like Lucky just got stuck in a wall, and then Just In Case got shot down to Timothy Jimothy and just kind of set that all right. On board with Just In Case, as we're gonna see Lucky grab the wall, get it, come down, hit the 10, get hit back into the 9, and spin around, ultimately causing caution. And of course, we accidentally missed the start of that restart. 23 is very far back in the pack now, so that gives us more chances of actually finishing this thing under green. If they wrecked on that lap, they might have been able to make it to the one to go racing point, I guess. As long as nothing happens with these guys back here, I don't see the leaders wrecking. That was almost the worst thing to say. After missing the start on accident, or the restart, not the start, the restart, we had a technical difficulty. So far, so good. Here comes Petrenko. Here comes Classic Amy trying to take back her lead. The second woman in the series. The 61 car of Haley Deegan was the other one. I think she's out of the race though. I'm pretty sure you're multiple laps down. No, she's on the lap. She's in 16th. Oh, we're 4 back there. That's not good. Actually, that might be good because nobody's behind the 0 car, so he can hit the wall and not have anything happen to him, but lose so much time. What are you doing? Why did you do that? Petrenko, what are you doing? Actually, that might keep it green, actually, if they're... It is going to keep it green. Come on. Don't come back up. It's going to cause a yellow. Yep, of course. And who's going to win it? Right at the line! Derek Larson's going to win the race because of that. He's going to win because he was a 10th or a 100th ahead of Flower there to be able to win the race under caution because of that incident there with Plant, Ozcan, and ultimately Trickley. What is happening? Is Derek Lawson losing fuel? Is he out of gas? They don't know what to do. They're confused. What's happening? If he goes down pit lane, oh my God, Tristan Fowler is maybe going to win this race. We're going to see what happens here. They're going to have to speed up really quickly and able for him to win here. Speed up. What are you doing? Speed up. Tristan Fowler is going to win this race after being beat to the caution flag and Petrenko wrecking the field. Derek Lawson with an idiot move. I don't know why they came down pit road. He should have just stayed out and try to cross the line that way and lose the least amount of positions, but came down pit lane on the last lap under caution and made them lose the race. And Tristan Fowler is your race 1 winner here for the season. And he's going to be the points leader, I believe, as long as nobody that has finished had the most laps led. Which, honestly, I think Amy had a lot of laps led, so she might actually be the points leader. Maybe. I could be wrong. Now let's check what happened there with that last caution and look at the standings. Watch in full speed as we're watching them coming down to the wire in this race. And Petrenko here is going to come off of turn number 2 and is going to decide to turn down the racetrack and hook the 13 and hit the 77. And you see the 13. It wouldn't have been a caution if he got spun just a little bit earlier, so he would be able to be righted before he got back up on the racetrack there. And he just got stuck, which caused the caution. He almost got hit by these guys coming by, flying by there, but luckily none of that happened. Tristan Fowler and Classic Amy are actually tied for the lead, as Tristan Fowler gets it because he is the winner, so he would have gotten that tie anyways. Petrenko Petrenko and Lucas Drake Jr. are also tied in points for third. So that's something. Now let's look down. Let's see who was the last to be on the points here. Race Rally, I mean, that makes sense. But that'll be it for this race, for this video, for this broadcast. And we will see you guys in the next race. Rest in peace, Atlas.